Did you know that 70% of conflicts can be resolved through effective communication? Conflict resolution is one of those essential life skills that we all wish we had but often struggle to put into practice. Whether it's with a family member, a friend, or a colleague, we've all been in those awkward, frustrating situations where we just can't seem to agree on anything. And yet resolving conflicts in a calm and respectful way is crucial for building strong relationships, achieving our goals, and, let's be honest, maintaining our own sanity. Conflicts can arise in so many different scenarios. Maybe you're stuck in a traffic jam and someone cuts you off. Or perhaps you're working on a team project and your colleague isn't pulling their weight. You might be arguing with your partner over whose turn it is to do the dishes, or struggling to communicate with a difficult customer. Whatever the situation, conflicts can be incredibly stressful and confusing, leaving us feeling frustrated, anxious, and unsure of what to do next. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to let our emotions get the better of us and say or do something we might regret later. We might lash out, become defensive, or even just shut down and walk away. But what if there was a better way? What if we could resolve conflicts without losing our minds and even come out the other side feeling stronger and more connected? Think about it. When we're in the midst of a conflict, we're often so focused on winning the argument or proving our point that we forget to listen to the other person. We get caught up in our own emotions and forget to consider their perspective. But what if we flip that script? What if we made a conscious effort to really hear what the other person is saying, to understand their needs and concerns, and to find common ground? That's where active listening comes in. It's a powerful tool that can help us stay calm, build trust, and find a resolution that works for everyone. And it's not just about listening, it's also about empathy. When we can put ourselves in the other person's shoes and see things from their point of view, we can start to find creative solutions that benefit everyone. One of the biggest hurdles in conflict resolution is miscommunication. Often conflicts escalate not because of the core issue itself, but because of how the issue is communicated, or rather, miscommunicated. Miscommunication can take many forms: misunderstood intentions, assumptions, or even something as simple as tone of voice. Consider a common scenario. You send an email to a colleague with a brief, direct message, thinking you're being efficient. However, your colleague might interpret that brevity as rudeness or frustration, leading to unnecessary tension. Or perhaps in a heated argument with a friend, you say something offhandedly, which they take to heart, misinterpreting your intent entirely. These small missteps can quickly spiral into larger conflicts if left unchecked. So how can we avoid these pitfalls? The first step is to be mindful of our communication style. Are we being clear in our intentions? Are we choosing our words carefully, considering how they might be received? It's also crucial to avoid making assumptions about the other person's feelings or intentions. Instead of assuming, ask clarifying questions like, "Can you help me understand what you mean by that?" Or, "I sense that you might be upset. Am I reading that correctly?" Another key point is to pay attention to nonverbal cues. Body language, facial expressions, and even silence can communicate volumes. If someone's words say one thing but their body language says another, it's important to address that. You might say, "I hear you saying that everything is fine, but I'm noticing that you seem tense. Is there something more we should talk about?" By focusing on clear, empathetic communication, we can prevent many conflicts from escalating due to simple misunderstandings. It's not just about what we say, but how we say it and how it's perceived by the other person. You might be wondering, how can we become better at this? One of the most influential figures in psychology, Carl Rogers, has some powerful insights on this topic. Rogers was a pioneer in the field of humanistic psychology, and one of his core ideas was the importance of active listening in creating meaningful connections and resolving conflicts. Rogers believed that for any communication to be effective, the listener must fully engage with what the other person is saying. This means not just hearing the words, but really understanding the emotions and intentions behind those words. He called this empathic listening, a way of listening that goes beyond mere surface-level understanding. Let's break this down with an example. Imagine you're having a heated discussion with a colleague about a project deadline. You're frustrated because you feel like they're not pulling their weight, and they're upset because they think you're being too demanding. Normally, this could spiral into a full-blown argument, but if you apply Rogers' approach, things can take a very different turn. Instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to truly listen to your colleague. Try to understand their emotions and motivations. You might say something like, "It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed by the workload, and that's why this deadline seems unmanageable. Is that right?" By reflecting their feelings back to them, you show that you're not just listening. You're genuinely trying to understand their perspective. This is the essence of empathic listening. It's about creating a safe space where the other person feels heard and understood, which can drastically reduce tension and open the door to a more productive conversation. But Rogers didn't stop there. He also emphasized the importance of congruence in communication. That is, being authentic and transparent in your interactions. If you're frustrated, it's okay to express that, but in a way that's constructive rather than accusatory. You might say, "I'm feeling a bit stressed about the deadline too, and I think we can find a way to manage this together." This openness invites the other person to share their true feelings as well, leading to a more honest and effective dialogue. To put this into practice, let me share a story about a time when I used Rogers' principles in a challenging situation. I was once in a conflict with a close friend over a miscommunication that had left us both feeling hurt and defensive. Normally, we might have argued, trying to prove who was right, but instead I decided to use empathic listening. I asked my friend to share how he was feeling, and I made a conscious effort to listen without interrupting or planning my response. As he spoke, I reflected his feelings back to him, saying things like, "I can see that you felt really disappointed when I didn't follow through on my promise. That must have been frustrating." This simple act of acknowledging his emotions helped to diffuse the tension. My friend felt heard, and we were able to move past the misunderstanding much more quickly than if we had just argued. Effective conflict resolution isn't just about solving a problem in the moment. It has significant long-term benefits that can positively impact your life in numerous ways. When you consistently apply good conflict resolution skills, you're not just avoiding the stress of arguments. You're also setting the stage for more meaningful, enduring relationships. For example, consider the impact on your personal relationships. When conflicts are handled well, it strengthens trust and mutual respect. Instead of seeing disagreements as a sign of trouble, they become opportunities to understand each other better and grow closer. Over time, this leads to stronger bonds and a more resilient connection, whether it's with a partner, a friend, or a family member. In the workplace, effective conflict resolution can lead to better collaboration and higher productivity. Teams that can navigate disagreements without animosity tend to work more cohesively. They're better at problem solving because they can approach challenges from multiple perspectives without getting bogged down by interpersonal friction. This kind of environment also fosters innovation, as people feel safe to express their ideas, knowing that disagreements will be handled constructively. Moreover, there's a significant impact on your own mental and emotional well-being. Constant, unresolved conflict can be draining and stressful, leading to anxiety, burnout, and even health problems. On the other hand, when you handle conflicts effectively, you reduce stress and create a more positive, supportive atmosphere around you. This not only helps you feel more in control and at peace, but also enhances your overall quality of life. Finally, mastering conflict resolution can significantly boost your reputation and influence. People respect those who can navigate tough situations with grace and fairness. Over time, this can open up new opportunities for leadership and personal growth, as others recognize your ability to bring people together and solve problems effectively. So the next time you find yourself in a conflict, remember that how you handle it can have far-reaching effects. By resolving conflicts calmly and constructively, you're not just fixing the immediate issue. You're investing in a better future for yourself and those around you. Of course, resolving conflicts isn't always easy. It takes effort, patience, and practice. But the payoff is worth it. When we can resolve conflicts calmly and effectively, we build stronger relationships, achieve our goals, and feel more confident and capable. So the next time you find yourself in a conflict, take a deep breath, stay calm, and remember that there's always a way forward. You got this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to learn more about communication skills. And don't forget to share your own conflict resolution tips in the comments below.